No, Banshee pressure for Protoss, that is so overpowered, man.
I like this matchup because everything in this matchup, 90% of the time, is so centered around force field placement. Good
It
force
is.
fields, you win the game. Bad force fields, you lose the game. Split, in just a second, the game is decided sometimes. Um, what we have here, spawning down in our bottom right here, we have our Protoss player, Chitwad. And spawning in the top left in the, what's that color again? Pink. Sorry. Uh, it still looks kind of purplish to me. The pink, we have our Zerg player, Jetricxz. Jetricxz is a really strong Zerg player that just from experience not had a chance to see Chitwad play before. So we will see how this matchup goes. Chitwad going ahead and laying down his forward fast expand um, pylon and working his way over for his scout. We will see what Jetricxz has in mind, as it looks like he is going to go ahead and 10 scout himself. So, drone, probe, hey, how's it going? Not much, just chilling. Alright, man, see
Just,
you later.
just making my way over to your base.
Yeah, I'll try to make it back alive if you do, bro. As these lonely, unarmed creatures are sent out into battle first. They're kind of like the flag carrier in a war. Um,
Have you ever wondered, though? Like, do they actually hate each other? Or do they actually fight just because they're told to? Like, anytime you see them fight, do they ever fight because they want to, or because they actually were just told to?
I think it's always because you click on the button. I mean,
Yeah, so...
does the pylon lock in place, and it looks like
Oh, but
Jetricxz.
Jetricxz... No, it looks like... Oh, wow. Is Jetricxz going to... I don't know. He's gonna come right back to this pylon? No, that pylon's not gonna see him. So if that cancel goes down, but the cancel does not go down, that means that not Chad, but Chitwad actually wasted 100 minerals blocking an expansion, 200 minerals blocking an expansion, which not completely worth it in the end, because that is gonna go down for nothing as long as Jetricxz gets his spawning pool up.
Okay, sorry, had a little bit of a tournament issue that was going on about a player who is not eligible for this, but yet tried to play anyway. Yeah, so this, like you said, Chadwick has done a lot here, and with this, and instead of choosing um, to expand over to the unsafe side, he is going to just be delayed on what he wants to do.
Yeah, I mean, really going into this, I mean, Chitwad, actually no, because Chitwad has his forge down. He could put down a cannon or two. But no, it looks like the Lings are going to come out here and they're going to deal with this pylon. This is where the waste of the pylon comes into play here. The minerals for the expansion and the minerals for the Lings are already going to be used regardless, but those pylons going down is just a waste of 100 minerals each pylon, and now it looks like Jetricxz is going to grab his third and his natural at the same time, as long as it's not denied here, and it's not going to happen.
But this, it's not the worst thing to do here, because this has allowed him to actually establish his natural first, where his is finished, not being utilized yet, but it is finished, while his opponent's is only just now starting up. So if he's able to take advantage of that, he's going to have a good, let's say, another 40, 50 seconds here of extra chrono, double production. So it's not the worst thing to do. I don't like to throw away minerals like that. But um, but when people do it, I don't really think it's necessarily a bad thing per se.
Well, generally, the reason, or generally when it's done, and I just want to shed some light on this, it's not a horrible thing to put down that pylon to block the base, but generally, if you're going to do that, you follow that up with a cannon or two. And the reason is because when they come in to kill the pylon, you kill off the Lings, and you completely keep them from being able to do anything at that base. You delay it long enough that you're able to get your economy up. That's when it's worth it. But letting that pylon finishing and having nothing to back it up just means that he's going to kill it with the lings, which he was going to spend money on anyways. So you didn't force unit production. All you did was delay his natural. So he's just going to grab it when he grabs his third. So it's not really that big of a setback for Jetricxz.
Yeah, I agree that if you uh, if you're gonna do that, yeah, going ahead and getting at least a cannon out. Even if you're gonna like just do it on the third, something. Um, it can make a big difference in the game.
Yeah, it certainly can. Now, I think Jetricxz just now getting up on 3 bases here. He's got the drone count lead, but it does look like that 2-base pressure that I was talking about before is exactly what's going to happen here at a Chitwad. He's got his robo down. He's putting out immortals, and he's got warp gate tech just finishing up, but he doesn't have the warp gates right now.
Yeah, absolutely. As he's sitting on, he's going for this just really heavy immortal build. This one gate immortal push, and which just will get eaten up if you don't have something with it. Things will surround that and end it. You need those behind something.
Yep, there goes the gateway coming down. Oh wow, lots of gateways coming down. There are 7 in production, and that's going to put him at 8 gateways on 2 base. This is starting to look a little all in. Meanwhile, Jetricxz doing a really good job of keeping that ling control, keeping those lings around the map. And I don't know, he hasn't really scouted out his opponent. So he doesn't know about this extremely all-in 8-gate 1 robo play that Chitwad is going for here. He's got a warp prism on the way, and that's going to make this that much harder to deal with.
Yeah, and I'm really surprised that Jetricxz hasn't pulled this overseer in. And on either side, it looks like, okay, there he goes. He's finally starting to move one in, sacrifice one, so we'll see what happens. As I do apologize on some of my delay. I'm getting a lot of comments of people having questions.
Just send them my way. Send them my way, bro.
Have 3 total Smurfs reported and only in game 2, so we'll see how accurate that is. Jetricxz laying a lot of forward pylons down, and it does look like there's going to be nothing that they can do to stop these pylons. He's got his, and even if they do, he's got his warp prism on top of that. And here we go. He's got to push now.
Oh wow. Those force fields not really bad at all here. Going to
ready those apart. Roach is coming in now. 7 more in production right now. See if he's going to be able to keep pushing forward through this.
But Chitwad losing a lot by just pulling back like that, but he still has a lot left over. Roach is coming in from behind. They're not really going to be able to do much here. He needs to focus down the Immortal, and that's what he's starting to do, but it's a little too late. As these Immortals are going to make this a very powerful push. I mean, that's where it comes down to. Jetricxz just doesn't have what he needs. And there's the GG. Well played out of Jetricxz as Chitwad makes it into the next